Hey, Jordan Tong here, CEO of France Building Services, a janitorial contractor based out of Western Kentucky. So I want to take just a brief moment and share with you about compensation plans for the managers and key leaders in our organizations, in your building service contracting business. So as I look back on the history of our company and look back at the way that we hired and compensated and set up position profiles for our managers in our company. The old method and the way that we used to do that was to have a set job description for someone. They handled, these accounts, or they did this specific thing, and then they were compensated either hourly or based on a certain salary. And then at the end of the year, we would do a bonus around Christmas time, and that really was based on, a rough feel of how well were you performing this year and how long have you been with the company. And if both of those things checked out, you got a bonus. Usually the longer you've been there, the more the bonus was. And that was kind of the way we managed. And one of the things that I didn't realize is that was sending a signal to our people that the performance, while we would say it mattered, when it came down to the money, their paychecks were not tied to their performance. And so this creates a disconnect in their mind between the compensation and really the performance of the company and their role in the company. And there was not really a connection made. So over time, and as our company began to grow from a small company, with $1.5 million in business to where we're at now at 10 plus million and operating in 4 states, we began to shift the focus more on performance and tying compensation and job expectations to certain key performance indicators that were a measure of success. And so just to give you some examples of how we did that, we started getting very specific and granular on the things that we were looking for and tracking. And we start measuring these, and we have a giant board in each of the branch offices that are measuring certain key performance indicators. And then we're tracking that, and we're tying compensation to some of those things. And so a few examples of the things that we're measuring is employee turnover at accounts. We believe that our turnover directly affects quality and client relations, so we're measuring and monitoring that and ranking our managers on that. Partnership meetings with our customers. We're a very relationship-driven business. I think even more so, the quality relationships matter more, so we're tracking the frequency of those relationship meetings. Client upsells, so adding additional services, selling supplies. The more our managers do that, the stronger the relationships get and the more profit we make. So we're highly incentivizing them to drive their behavior toward that specific thing. We're also measuring contract status, so making sure all of our contracts are up to date and renewed when the time comes. We're also measuring job profitability. And tracking that with the managers and compensating them based on the profitability of their accounts and the branch that they're tied to. So in terms of compensation, what we do is give them essentially a piece of the profits so that they begin to view their accounts and their jobs as if it was their own little business, and they are incentivized on that. Because we believe in the concept that incentives and certain motivations will drive certain kinds of behavior. So if we incentivize the right things, it will drive the right kind of behavior that we're looking for. And we believe that's going to help in satisfaction of our employees and also promote profitability and success for the company. So we share heavily in the profits, and our managers know this, and they're aware of the profits, they see the P&Ls, and they really begin pushing towards that. So that's kind of how we do things, and we've seen a shift over time as our revenues have gone up, and as we've moved toward this model, our profitability has significantly went up, almost double over the last few years because of moving to this model.